If you're like me, you can't wait to get your license. I was ready to go cruising with my friends.
My driver's license gave me my freedom.
But at first, I really didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we know.
Hey! My sister told me horror stories about the drive test, and maybe some of it was true.
I didn't know where I was supposed to go or what I was supposed to do first, but now that I have my license, I know it wasn't nearly as tough as I thought.
First thing is to get your learner's permit. I got my permit after I took driver's ed at school. You have to be at least 15 to be enrolled.
Order up. I couldn't take the class, so when I was 15 and a half, I studied the driver's guide and went down to the Department of Licensing with my social security card, certified birth certificate, and money. Thanks, Mom. A dad would work too, and passed a written test to get my permit.
I was absent the day they issued permits in driver's ed. So I took proof that I was enrolled in the class down to the DOL and went to get my permit without taking the written test. Of course, I had to prove who I was with my certified birth certificate, social security card, or other approved ID.
And do you wear contact lenses or eyeglasses?
The permit lets you practice, but you need a licensed driver with 5 years or more experience sitting next to you.
Okay, let's go.
But the main thing was that with my permit, I could practice for the drive test. My parents let me practice every day after school.
And I scared them with what I learned each day.
In class we learned parallel parking, and I'm really good at it.
Whoa! It was a hair-raising experience at first, but after a brief lapse of composure and some deep breathing, I watched as Nick got the feel of the wheel. After 10 hours of night driving, 50 hours total, I think that I'm finally able to release my grip on this dashboard. Does anyone know how to fix this?
The first step in getting your driver's license is to go down to the Department of Licensing and apply.
When you go to the DOL, there's some certain stuff you need to bring with you.
Stuff like your certified birth certificate, your social security card, and your learner's permit. And money for the application fee. Thanks.
Hey,
And don't forget your driver's ed certificate, if you pass the class. And your parent.
You gotta have your address too.
You also need to know your height, weight, eye color, and your mother's maiden name.
if you don't have this stuff, you're gone.
That's harsh.
Well, it happened to me.
Oh, sorry.
If your last name's different than your parents, you're gonna need to show proof that your mom's your mom and your dad's your dad. Along with the birth certificate, you're gonna need to bring a marriage license or divorce papers.
Can I see your papers, please?
Once you get your paperwork filled out, you have to pass an eye exam. Don't forget your glasses or your contacts. Next comes taking the written test. I hate taking tests.
Come on, it's not that bad. Actually, for most people, it's not a written test at all. The test is taken on a computer.
How long does the test take?
The test usually takes about 20 minutes.
What does the test cover?
The test covers the rules of the road and other traffic laws explained in the driver's guide. Don't forget to study the traffic signs and the alcohol section.
Hey, how many questions are on this thing, man?
Exactly 25.
Like it's an open book test, right?
Nope. Sorry, you can't look at your driver's guide while taking your test.
How many questions can I get wrong?
5 wrong, and you pass. 6 wrong, and you don't.
Can I skip questions?
You could, but they may come up again at the end of the test.
Hey, I heard that the letters for the correct answers spell out some sort of secret code. Is that true?
Get real.
Will I know right away if I pass the test?
Yes.
But what if I don't pass?
Not everybody passes the written test on the first try. If you don't pass, you have to pay again and wait anywhere from 4 hours to 1 week to take it again.
Now that all the paperwork's done, you've passed the eye exam and aced the written test, what's next?
First thing you should do is make an appointment for your drive test. You should do this as soon as you can after passing your written test.
Different offices are open at different times and different days. Be sure to make your appointments right away.
For the drive test, you have to bring your ID, proof of insurance, and a vehicle. Ah!
Before you leave the parking lot, an examiner will come and inspect your car to make sure it's safe and street legal.
Can it have a broken windshield?
No! Does it have to have 2 license plates?
Well, obviously, if the car was issued 2 plates, they both have to be on.
Does all the equipment have to work?
All the important stuff has to work, like the turn signal, brake light, and seat belts. But if your cassette player eats tapes, don't worry about it.
Does the car have to be washed first?
No, it doesn't have to, but it would be nice.
Does the Department of Licensing have a car I can use?
Nice try.
Do I have to have proof of insurance?
Yes.
So, what happens if the car isn't safe?
You have to reschedule your drive test with a car that is safe and legal.
Now let's get on with it. The big deal.
Yeah, this is the part that really scared me.
The drive test.
Yeah, I remember. I was really nervous. I had lots of questions about the examiner. Like, who was he? Could I talk to him during the test? Would he tell me when I had done something wrong? And what's up with that clipboard?
The examiners are evaluating your driving skills to make sure you're not a menace to society. They're not there for the conversational skills, and they will give you instructions for the test.
I need to see your appointment slip, please.
Here you go.
Okay, and your insurance card?
Here.
The policy? Looks in order, thank you very much.
Now what the examiner wants to know is whether or not you belong behind the wheel of a car.
Although the examiners are human, I think, and you may get them to open up a little bit, they won't point out your errors during the test, like your mom or your dad.
You have to go faster. Raya, you have to pay attention.
But they will go over your results immediately after you get back.
And when you were parking on the hill, you forgot to turn your wheels all the way into the curb.
Because the truth is, no one wants you on the road if you don't know how to drive safely.
Not me.
Nope, not me.
Not me! Not us!
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Me.
Yeah, I remember when I had my driving test.
Do you have any questions about anything that you've read on your appointment slip?
No.
Need to have you sign by the X, please. And proceed out of the parking lot to your left.
There are certain driving skills that the examiner will evaluate you on. For example, right turn on red, parallel parking, indicating hand signals, obeying the speed limit, yielding the right of way, backing around a corner, approaching an uncontrolled intersection, stop, parking on a hill, second stop, and pedestrians and crosswalk?
Don't forget to clean the front seat before you start the drive test.
Hey! This is still pretty good.
Don't call your best friend on the cell phone.
Hello? Rosie, hi. Yeah, I'm taking my driver's test
Don't stop at a stop sign. And forget there's no go sign. Don't play your favorite song on the car stereo. Don't get the highway signs and the speed limit signs mixed up. Don't take 10 tries to parallel park. Don't bring along the whole family for the show.
It's always me. I'm going against these people every single time. Why can't Littman or somebody else do these?
About 80% pass their first drive test. So if you don't pass, don't panic. Some people just need a second chance. Or a third, right, Nick?
Yeah, rub it in. Who just passed the math test?
What about the A in science? Eh, Nick?
Well, I got an A in drama.
Drama.
Big deal.
You can take the test again, but you have to pay a small fee and wait 1 to 3 weeks. You can also make your appointment then, too. That gives you some time to practice.
The drive test wasn't too hard, but looking good for my license, now that was the real challenge.
Of course, you have to pay your license fee first.
Then comes the photo.
And the grand prize winner is you. So now that you're the proud owner of a Washington State driver's license, where are you going now?
I'm driving to Yakima!
Ah, well, that's great.
Come on.
You ask him.
But you know him.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Josh.
Hey, isn't that Jeff's dad?
Yeah.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Tom. Courtney, I wanted to know...
Jared, why is there an intermediate driver's license?
Well, because of the high rate of motor vehicle crashes involving young drivers, the legislature developed a graduated licensing system that gives younger drivers some time to develop and improve their skills in the safest possible way. Research has shown that 16-year-olds had the highest crash rate among all driver ages. In fact, 16-year-olds posed almost 3 times the crash risk of older teenagers and almost 10 times the risk of middle-aged drivers. Nothing against you guys. Here's what the study found about causes of accidents involving young drivers. 16-year-olds carrying 1 passenger were 39% more likely to suffer a fatal accident than those driving alone. That increased to 86% with 2 passengers and 182% with 3 or more. The rate was as much as 21 times higher during early morning hours when passengers were present.
Well, okay, but how is the intermediate license any different?
The intermediate driver's license is different in 2 ways. First, it has restrictions. For the first 6 months, you can't have any passengers in the car under the age of 20, except for members of your immediate family. After the first 6 months, the driver can't have more than 3 passengers under the age of 20 in the vehicle. Also, you may not drive between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., except when accompanied by a parent or licensed driver who is at least 25 years of age. The second difference is that if the driver is convicted of multiple traffic offenses or violations, he or she can lose their license.
Hey, I'm Jennifer. I'm in Jeff's science class. How long do the restrictions last?
It's just for a year, if there aren't any traffic violations. You know, many other states and countries have adopted a graduated licensing system with really good results, meaning safer roads for everyone.
Hi, Trooper Foster, sir. So, do I need to get a new license when I'm 18?
Hi, Josh. No, the intermediate driver's license automatically becomes a regular driver's license when you reach age 18.
Well, what happens if I get a ticket?
Ooh, well, your parents will be notified. For the first violation, it's a warning letter. For the second, your license will be suspended for 6 months or until you reach age 18, whichever occurs first. For the third, you'll be suspended until you turn 18. Any more questions?
Well, do you want to go fishing with Jeff and me on Saturday? My dad can't go, and we could take the wagon and the boat. but, well, you know, driving restrictions.
Sure, as long as my daughter can come. You know, she caught the biggest fish last time.
Yeah, we know. She won't let us forget either.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
Finally, free at last.
Just slip that license in your wallet and have it with you whenever you drive.
Of course, your driving education may be over, but your driving career is just beginning. So here's 2 very important things you should always remember.
The first thing you need to remember is that if you're under 21 and are found to be operating a vehicle with alcohol on your breath, you'll lose your license for at least 90 days, period. If you're found to have an alcohol level between 0.02 and 0.08, your license will be suspended. And it only takes a glass of beer or less to reach that 0.02 level. If you do it again, you'll lose your license until you're 21, or for at least a year if you're almost 21. If your alcohol test shows a level of 0.08 or above, you get treated like any other drunk driver. You lose your license, pay big fines, do jail time, and get a criminal record, just like an adult. Now, the second thing to remember is that you can lose your license even if you're not driving. You don't even need to be drinking. If you're under 21 and are found to be in possession of alcohol, you will lose your license for at least 90 days and have a criminal record. Possession of alcohol is defined as having alcohol anywhere around you with no adult present. This could include being at a party, walking down the street, or riding in a car. Being under the influence of alcohol or drugs is extremely dangerous for you and for others. A driver's license and the freedom it brings is a big part of your life. Don't take it lightly. So remember,
always wear your seatbelt.
Never, ever drink and drive or get into a car with somebody who has.
Right. And remember, be cool. Drive safe. Be cool. Drive safe. What is wrong with it? Be cool. Drive safe. Oh, crap.
this video was produced through a joint partnership of the Superintendent of Public Instruction, Traffic Safety Education and Support Division, Washington Traffic Safety Commission, and the Washington State Department of Licensing.
Because the truth is, no one wants you on the road if you don't know how to drive safely.
Don't forget to study the traffic signs, and I can't read the rest of it.
The examiners are evaluating your driving.
Okay, let's go.
Oopsie. We're not ready.
Oh! The drive test wasn't too hard, but looking good for my license photo?
Butt shot.
Well, you could, but there may, they may. Sorry about that.
And went down to the Department of Licensing.
What about that A on instead?
Ah, God.
You may get them to open up a little bit, but they won't go over your results like your mom or your dad. Oh my goodness, I messed it up.